So I got a little problem with the truck today. It's supposed to be going to, I think it's Argyle, Texas here in a little bit to meet up with the old man. He's looking at a vehicle that he might be buying. He's coming up all the way from Conroe with his truck and trailer. So it's a good chance he's probably buying it and I'm gonna meet him out there. But before we do that, I got something I gotta fix with this. Nothing really that's like broken with the truck itself or failed. It's the fact that I live in a construction area and I picked up a screw in this tire. So I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is to fix a puncture in your tire, if it's able to be fixed, that is. Okay, so if we look under here, you can see, let me move the light a little bit, right here, we got a Phillips head screw in our tire. It's in a good location. It's right between the tread blocks. It's in the center. What you don't want to do is if you have a puncture or something that punctured out here, you don't want to fix the sidewall because it messes with the integrity of the sidewall. You can fix them here. There's a few different ways of fixing them. You can fix them from the inside, but that involves taking the tire off of the rim. The whole thing has to be off. Usually tire shops do that. They'll fix it from the inside. I'm going to show you how to do it from the outside. In a lot of cases, you can do them with them on the vehicle, especially if it's in the front up here. You just roll the vehicle forward to where you got the screw head in the front. Then you turn the wheel so it's facing out and you don't have to take them off. But because mine's a rear wheel and when I backed in, it's not quite where it needs to be, I'm going to take this wheel off so it's easier to show you how to do it and just for me to do it. And there's a couple things that you're going to need. Let me show you what they are. Okay, so I've started getting it jacked up, but I want to go over what you need to do this job. You're going to need a jack. Your vehicle probably already has one. I believe it's under the seat for the Jeep here. But I'm at home, so I'm just using my 3-ton floor jack. You need a way to get the lug nuts off. Your vehicle should come with a lug wrench. I say should, not all of them do. My Challenger did not. I had to actually, that's why I have this. I had to buy this. They didn't come with a jack or anything, which is ridiculous. It just came with an air pump, which leads me to, you need an air pump. This did not come with the Jeep. I bought this separately. Got it either from Lowe's or Home Depot. You can find them online. It's just a cheap one that plugs into a power outlet, like a cigarette lighter style outlet. So I recommend you always have one of those in your vehicle. You're gonna need a plug repair kit. The plug repair kit comes with the plugs itself and it comes with 2 tools. You have this tool right here, which is the reamer tool. And once you pull the object out of your tire, you're going to stick this in and you're going to move it up and down. And as you can see, that's like a file. It cleans it out and prepares it for the plug. This kit also comes with the tool that you will put the plug into, and then you'll insert it and then do a quick little twist and pull, and it'll leave the plug inside the tire. These plug kits are relatively inexpensive. You can find them at most automotive stores. I believe even Walmart sells them. You can find them online. So I like to use a pair of side cutters to trim off the plug that's sticking out from the tire. It's not necessary, but I like to at least trim it down to where it is on, flush with the lugs of the tire. You should always have a pair of needle nose or some type of vice grippy type things. These are old ones I've had for many, many years. You should probably keep a bag in your vehicle that has a, just a basic assortment of tools like this, but I'm at home, so I don't have it in my truck right now. I don't really go anywhere that much, but anyways. And I'm going to try to use a screwdriver. I got a flathead right here, or a Phillips head right here, and I'm going to try to take the screw out with this first. If that doesn't bite onto it, because I can see that there is a little bit left, then I'll use these. Now, if you look right here, I have a locking lug nut. Your vehicle may have one too, they may not. If it does, first thing you need to do is check your vehicle and make sure you have it and grab it. Because if you don't, it's going to make trying to get that off nearly impossible, especially if you're on the side of the road. So we got our tools laid out, and we're going to go ahead and take the lug nuts off. I got the vehicle's weight supported with that right now. And then once we get the vehicle or the lug nuts off or loosened up, we'll jack it up. I'll put a jack stand underneath it and take the tire off and we'll unplug it. Alright, so let's see if we can use this. Now there's not enough on there, it's been worn down, so we will. Oh, yep, it's about to come out. So as soon as you get the object out, which be a screw, a nail, or whatever, you're gonna want to stick the reamer in there. It'll help hold some of the air in there, and then you're gonna have to move it up and down and twist it to help clean it out. So. Okay, now that we got it reamed out, I'm going to have our inserter tool. You just go ahead and right here, you got a slit. Slide the piece through, the plug, center it, and I don't have enough leverage. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's probably one of the hardest tires I've ever plugged. Usually do regular car street tires, and those are no problem. Well constructed. Well constructed. And that's all there is to it. And then, like I said, you can take the razor blade or something. There you go. Now we get to put the tire back on. There we go. If you're using an impact, electric impact, cordless impact, don't just put it in the gun and jam it on. You're just going to booger up the threads. So just make sure you hand thread these on first, because you don't want to strip those out, because then you're going to be making a trip to a shop to get them replaced if you can't do it yourself. And like I said, if you're on the side of the road, that's not going to be a fun time, because chances are you're not going to be able to do it on the side of the road. Those are all bottomed out. Now you can see it's not really going anywhere, but they are loose. So ahead and tighten them up, snug them up basically. Do this in a star pattern. We'll do the final tightening when the vehicle's back on its own weight. Now you're thinking, well, you didn't put any air in it. Well, that's what I'm going to do now. It's Lowe's, it's a Cobalt one. Hashtag not sponsored. Okay, and this is a Jeep, and I got to bring it up to 30 psi. I got to put that on better now. The ones that screw on are much better. Okay, I should put us right around 40 psi. Tire pressure gauge, 38. So it's supposed to be 37 cold on this vehicle. 37. To check your pressure, it's usually on your door jamb. I know some vehicles used to put them here. I don't know if they still do or not, in your gas cover, but generally on the sticker that's on the door jamb. It's required by law to be somewhere, so generally that's where they are. That's all there is to that. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Put our cap back on. Unplug so we can turn the Jeep off so it'll stop beeping at us. Now we can shut the door. Okay, most of the weight's back on. And if you're on the side of the road, chances are you're not going to have a torque wrench to do this. But in your owner's manual, it should tell you what the torque of these are if you just so happen to be one of those people that have a torque wrench. But I'm trying to do this as if you're on the side of the road-ish. I know you're not going to have a jack like that. Some people will. I carried one around in the trunk of my Challenger. It was smaller than that, but anyways, it's perfectly okay to get you off the road. Just make sure these are tightened up in a star pattern. And that will get you off the side of the road to a tire shop so that they can look at this, make sure this is good to go, or replace the tire if needed. And if anything else, they can torque your lug nuts for you to your factory specification. Or it can get you home and you can torque them yourself if you happen to have a torque wrench. So that's all there is to it. So I hope you gained something knowledgeable out of this whole video at this point. I've done this quite a bit. I haven't had any problems with it. In a lot of cases, it's not meant to be a permanent fix, so I do recommend, if you plug it to get yourself off the highway, side of the road somewhere, just go have it checked out by a tire shop. It's what they do all day. They look at tires. They can tell you what needs to be done. They may say it's perfectly fine. They may say, yeah, you ought to replace it. Don't ever plug something in the sidewall. That can cause a lot of problems because this is where a lot of your strength comes. And if you mess up with the strength that's in these sidewalls, bad stuff can happen. But I have seen people throw a plug into a sidewall just to get them off the side of the road. They drove very slowly afterwards. They didn't have a ton of pressure into it, and it got them off the side of the road to where they can get to a tire shop just a couple of miles. But again, I don't recommend doing that at all. In some cases, you'll see that the bead of the tire will separate from the rim itself. That's what really seals the tire to the rim and keeps the air in. If that is to happen on the side of the road, chances are something like this is not going to reseat that bead. You need a lot of pressure to do that. So you're better off just calling AAA, roadside assistance if you have it available from your insurance company, or definitely check your insurance company because a lot of people don't, and they do have roadside assistance. Or call a buddy with a trailer or something, or you put your spare tire on if you so happen to have one. But that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I'll ask you at this point, if you made it this far, to please go ahead and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and don't forget to like and share the video if you found it knowledgeable or if you liked it. And if you didn't like it, I'm okay with leaving a dislike. It's not up to me what you do and don't like, you know? So thanks a lot. Catch you guys in the next video.